like, guess what happened? Do you want this? So I just started giving this to other people. And then I would notice that the seals didn't come in with it. And when I asked, it was because the golden seals were for practitioners, which I later started teaching people how to do what I do. I didn't know what I was doing. And I was doing sacred geometry. I had no idea what sacred geometry was. And then I received the Tree of Life activation, which is, I call it the Moses codes because Moses gave it to me. He was there with the Lord Metatron. I'm all, who are you? And he's all, I'm Moses, It's like, okay. So I received that information. I saw the Tree of Life and I would see it being repaired. But I didn't know what it was. And a friend of mine showed me a book because I was talking about what I was seeing. He showed me this book and I opened it up and it was the Tree of Life. And I went, oh my God, I'm doing this. So the first activations that came in were mostly sacred geometry activations that kept shifting me up and opening me. And I kept having all these masters. I ended up spending 8 months in Europe in different areas. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but everything just kept opening up for me to go to these different places. And I spent 3 months in Italy, not speaking the language, being alone there over the sea. And for 3 months, I was just, really the whole 8 months, I was being downloaded with information, understanding, and teaching. And all these different teachers came in and were giving me activations and teaching me about what I was doing. So it was a very crazy, wild experience for me because it totally shifted my reality. I mean, when I started this in 1999, I'd never even looked at a past life.
Right.
So.
Well, I have a couple questions for you to kind of clarify your experience. Quick question. So when you went into the Akashic Records, so when you go into the Akashic Records for the first time, just for people who are unfamiliar with what this process and its experience is like, is it like a surreal lucid dream that you have in meditation?
You can see things, but not, you know what I mean? They're not solid, but yet you can see them with your mind's eye. It's like closing your eye and imagining where you parked your car or what your house looks like. It's that same type of vision you use when you're in the Akashic Records.
Right. And then you were met with Metatron. Did you see a figure or an image? Was it energy? What is Metatron like for you?
I totally saw him in the vision. He showed me who he was. And blonde hair, blue eyes, a gown. And I'd never seen anything like that before. So I asked him, I saw him and I asked him, I said, who are you? Because I didn't know who Lord Metatron was at that time. For the first 4 months after starting to work with him, I never knew who he was. And then I Googled him and I was blown away on all the write-ups about him. I had no clue.